field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set. Ready.
Gets out on the bootleg. Complete here to Hampton. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Wide end, 59, 59. Let's go.
Herbert from the gun. That's Harris on the right side. We've got him close to the line of the game. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Down pick. Go, let's go. Hey, ram.
From the red zone now. Forced it. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
Crowd right. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. They're on him again, and he goes down again. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
5-9.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
A 44-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, Hurts has it. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Hurts on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Marshawn Lattimore up in the secondary for the stop.
4 yards on the
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Hurts now from the gun. Capped by Deebo Samuel. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They go to Barkley again. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. It's complete to Goddard. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They're going to run with Barkley. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Set. Go.
Here's Herbert. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and 10, Herbert. Hits his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Set. Don't stop. Hey, easy. We go orange. Set.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. He won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. He gets 16 yards on that play, and that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Joe Reed, a give to Harris. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set. Cap it. Set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Ray. Baylor Tiger.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Set. Cut. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Lions. 59, 59. Ready.
To throw, Herbert. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on fourth.
12, 12. 380. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Step.
Looking to throw. This is hauled in by Harris. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Set. Hey, Kappa, 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 Kappa. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, let's go.
It's Herbert once more. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And in just 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line, get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Hurts looking to throw. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Looking near his goal line. He has the first over the middle. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they limit the damage on the return. But it is still a turnover.
I think the phrase, Kate, blood in the water, comes to mind. Spot. There was a chance to get aggressive and attack them being backed up close to the end zone. Can't imagine that decision paying off in a better fashion than that.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. That'll do it for 3 quarters here in Super Bowl 61. Just one final act to go in our season. The Eagles with the lead, just a quarter away from a potential third Super Bowl title. Offense is set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's trying to go deep again. It would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go. Trim it.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. On the handoff, it's Buckley. And he's going to take this one into enemy territory with a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Toss play to Barkley. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's him on the in route. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a two-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been the death knell. But the miss, you just see it breathes some new life into the opposing sideline.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. Ray.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Line.
Running behind center with Harris. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Delta. 59. Crowd right. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down.
5-9. 12. Baylor Tiger. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Why did it?
Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Set. Go.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. He dodged the tackle.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Black 80. Hey, ram. Hey, go lion. Hey, ram.
From the red zone on 1st. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal.
Set. 380. You're out. 380. You're out. Baylor tight. 21. Ready.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now trail by just a point in the fourth. Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season.
That ties the game at 17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Tiger Hornet.
Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd down now. They need 7.
Great. Set.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Eagles don't want to see this one go to overtime. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down.
Great. 180.
He'll throw it. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Eagles are in punt formation. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Home trips right. Set. Cap it. Set.
They give to Hampton on the option. And they'll surrender just a low yard. That brings up 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Setting up to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here he is to throw. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Set. 80. Ground. Go. Hey, go line. 59. Set.
He's going to throw it. That one's good to McConkey. And he'll get them enough for a first down. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
21. Let's go. Hey, Ray.
Back to throw. He finds Fryermuth over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. First and 10, give to Harris. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So now it's all up to Kaimi Fairbairn. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. The kick is good. He got it. And he's done it. They've done it. They've won the Super Bowl. Start the party on the West Coast. The LA Chargers are Super Bowl champions. This is something that's happened 9 times before, Brock, and now we've got number 10, winning back-to-back Super Bowls, which we talk about it often, an immeasurably difficult thing to do here in the NFL.
Yeah, puts you in some pretty elite air. So many of the groups who've done it are remembered as some of the greatest. The Packers winning the first 2, the Steelers of the 70s going back-to-back twice. In more recent days, the Patriots of the early 2000s and the Chiefs a couple decades later, they're remembered among the all-time greats. And with this win, well, these guys have officially joined them.
The crowning moment of the NFL season as Commissioner Goodell hands that Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Chargers, the champions of Super Bowl 61. And they've reached the pinnacle of the football world, ending the